Hey everybody, Mike McWilliams upstairs to the Reg News. So I'm going through the process of setting up my studio, and also I was going through a lot of my gear, just looking at all the stuff. You know, you collect gear over time. Some you keep, some you sell, some you give away, but for the most part I was looking through my gear and I realized to myself that it might be a good idea for me to open up a reverb shop, because I have, a lot of pedals here. I'll show you. Okay, so I've got a little setup here I've got going where I am photographing all of my pedals in preparation for putting a lot of my gear up for sale on Reverb. So I am opening up a reverb shop, so I am taking pictures. I'll give you some idea of what I'm dealing with. So I have all of these pedals here. I have to catalog this box full of pedals, that box full of pedals, and these cases, and so all of this equipment I'm going to catalog and put up for sale on my Reverb site. Things like my Marshall Blues Breaker, which is a pretty rare pedal these days, getting more and more expensive. I'm probably not going to, I probably am going to put it up for sale, but I'm going to put it up at such an outrageous price that nobody will buy it anyway. I've just got tons of gear. Yeah, I've got a original Rockman soloist here. I covered that in a show. This, actually, I'm not selling. This is I'll put it up for sale, but again, I'll put it at a ridiculous price because I actually use this. Boy, it's just poor lighting, but maybe I can fix it in post. But yeah, this is my through box. It's a dummy load that I can use with any one of my amps. I actually use it for recording when I'm using the Wang, so I kind of use that as my go-to rock sound amp, or clean tones as well. I'll show you that once I set up the studio, how that looks. So anyway, let me get back to this. Just want to let you know what I'm up to, and yeah, what's next here. Yeah, the Dan Electro. The Dan Electro, you know what? I don't think I'm going to let this one go. Actually, I think this is the one pedal that I'm not going to put up for sale. This is based on the Dallas Rangemaster, and it's really just a boost pedal, and if you got a good guitar, you got a good amp, this thing will do everything that you need to do that any distortion would do. Any kind of overdrive as well. Any kind of gain, it's basically just it's gonna do it for you. Let me see here if I can get this out. It's hard to do this, as you guys know, with one hand. Ooh. There we go. All right. So yeah, this pedal I'm probably not going to let go. I'm probably going to hold on to this one. This is my favorite pedal, and it does have a little cat hair on there underneath. That's all right. I can get that out. Cat hair is everywhere. Danger of having cats. No, I'm going to hold on to this one. It's just a wonderful pedal. I'm going to hold on to this one. It's a wonderful pedal. It does what I need it to do. What I need for what I do. So this will be the one that I'm actually not going to put up for sale, but everything else will be up. I'll put it at ridiculous prices, like I said, so that If it sells, then I won't cry over it. If it doesn't sell, then I won't cry over it. It's kind of a win-win on my part. Not for everything. Some of the stuff I'm going to price to sell pretty quickly. But the things that I do want to hold on to, but I should put up, I will put them up. So we'll see. Anyway, that's it for now. I just want to give you this quick update as to what I'm up to right now. And I'll get back to you guys later on. That Blues Breaker pedal that I have, I was just curious as to see what they were going for, and I saw that they were going for about $1,000 now. So anyway, I'm setting up my pedal board over here. Here, I'll tell you what, let's put this down and I'll show you what I'm working on over here. So, down here, I have my Echoplex duplicated pretty much down here with the two Echoplex delay and the preamp. And I've got my Marshall Blues Breaker I was just talking about. I was looking up the price on Reverb as I was saying for these things, and my goodness gracious, man, these things have gone up to $1,000. Well, at least that's what people are asking, but they have gotten to be ridiculous prices on these Mark I Blues Breakers. And I bought it and I hadn't really used it. I bought it quite a while ago, and I said, well, let me put it in my rig here. Because I'm keeping a rig that's basically based on having an Echoplex, which is, that's an Echoplex sitting there. That's an EP3. In any case, I also wanted to have that Marshall, breakup sound that the Blues Breaker gives you, but what it really does is just enhances whatever your rig is. So if you have a good guitar, like for example, my Les Paul Standard, which is my main guitar right now. I'm really digging into it. With just a simple pedal setup like this one, I'm getting a pretty cool 60s, late 60s, going through the 70s rock tone. In combination with my Wang here, acting as the amp, going through this dummy low box, going into this Cab Zeus, which acts as a speaker simulator. It's got pretty good speaker IRs, and not pretty good, it's actually got excellent ones, because as you know, I've got it here set for greenback. As you know, the Laney here has actual vintage greenback in it, and this thing gives you a great greenback like tone, so it works for me. So I changed my mind about my setup here and the pedals that I decided to keep. So this is my permanent pedal board. These are the ones that I'm not gonna sell. So you can see I'm using my Echoplex preamp, which is a copy of, if we go over here, it's a copy of this. As you guys know, you've seen this before. This is my Echoplex EP3, 1973 original. This needs to get serviced, and because it's a little noisy. They are noisy things, but it needs to get serviced. So for now, I'm going to use the Dunlap Echoplex. They bought the rights to the Echoplex name. Owning a real Echoplex and owning this pedal, I can tell you guys without question that they are similar. Very subtle difference. Very subtle difference. Down here below are my hot rodded Laney boxes. So anyway, I thought I would share that with you. Me setting up my finally setting up actually actually now I look at all this junk well, not junk, I got good stuff, but I certainly have more than I need. I mean, I have all those pedals, and you know, this is like a box of pedals here, and so, you know, and these are the only three that I would even at this moment even think about using. Maybe the wall pedal. So I'm glad I'm setting up my reverb shop and selling stuff. The Blues Breaker will go up for sale. The Echoplex preamp probably will not, but I'm going to make the Blues Breaker such an outrageous price that nobody will buy it. Although I thought $700 the other day. I said, oh, I'll put it up for $700. You know, it'll stay for a while. Nobody will buy it. Then I looked on Reverb, and somebody's selling a Mark 1 like this for $1,000. So maybe my ridiculous price is going to have to get even doubly ridiculous. Anyway, I will put up for sale. Somebody will pay, you know, somebody will pay that kind of money for it. If it'll fund, you know, another guitar or something like that, that would be a far cooler thing, then I'll do that. But we'll see. I'm holding on to it for now. Anyway, I'm going to use it. It's gone into full rotation. So these are my 3 pedals. This is what I'm going to play with. This is going to be my setup for recording. It's a lot scaled down from the upstairs to the right studio, the way that it was. But honestly, you know, you know, for the kind of work that I'm doing now, this is a lot better. And my God, I have no lack of sound options. Doesn't look like much, but honestly speaking, oh yeah, my Mark 1 bass head. I mean, that is probably one of the finest bass heads you're gonna find. So yeah, I for recording bass and guitar, I think I'm pretty much well on the map with a good tones that I can get. I can always go down and I can mic my Laney or mic my Vox.